Okay, so the very first step of our processing will be color correction of our initial image. We are going to perform a quick color correction with the curves adjustment layer. So we can add the new adjustment layer either by going to the very top to the Photoshop menu bar, selecting layer, new adjustment layer, and picking from here curves, but I would recommend using the shortcut. You can just move over the layers panel and from here select this little icon in the middle, and from the drop-down menu select curves. So that way we have added the curves adjustment layer in top of our original image. Now I'm not going to be manipulating with lights and shadows, which is what I mostly use the curves adjustment layer to. We are going to use the curves adjustment layer to correct colors. So let's move over to our properties panel, and very important thing now, let's change the RGB to red, green or blue depending on the channel we will be working in. So let's first adjust the red channel. So as default you will have RGB here. Let's open the drop-down menu and let's pick red. So now we have the red channel here, and now in a very simple way, by adding control points on this line, we can manipulate with this line and actually turn it into curve and start adjusting colors in the image. As you can see, I have created the very first control point, and while I'm pulling it upwards, I'm adding red to my image. Notice what happens if I drag this point downwards. I will be adding green to my image. Since I want to make the photograph warmer, I want to enhance the effect of the sunrise, of the sun hitting the model from behind. I want to make it warmer and brighter. I won't be adding green to my image. I just want to add a little bit warmer feel to it. Don't worry at this stage about this reddish feel to the image. We are going to mask this adjustment layer at the very last step. So we have manipulated with the red channel. I have added just one control point and pulled it upwards. I'm happy with this result. So now let's adjust the green channel. So here with the green channel, I'm going to repeat the operation. I'm adding control point and I'm just going to pull it slightly upwards. Around this place is fine. Let's now move down to the blue channel, and here I'm adding the control point again in the middle. However, notice that to make the image warmer, to add yellow to the photograph, I have to pull this point downwards. If I would be pushing it upwards, I will be adding blue tone to the image, and that way it would be cool and the effect created would be more wintry. So I just want to pull it very lightly downwards, just cross the line, and to make the image a little bit warmer. Okay, so now we can get back to the RGB and we can see here all the manipulations we have performed on the curves. The curves are updated here. They have changed their original position. So as I have mentioned before, now we are going to mask the adjustment layer. Let's just switch off the layer to see the original stage and let's switch it on again. Actually, I would like to push the red curve a little bit further, so I'm just going to get back here quickly and push this point a little bit further upwards, maybe around this position. Let's get back to RGB, and now I'm going to mask this effect. Let's zoom out. Since I'm happy with the color correction here around the arm of my model, but I don't want to make the whole background in this brownish reddish tone. So to mask the layer, I just have to paint with a soft brush over the mask with black color. So having the mask selected, make sure that you can see this little border, these corners around here. It means that the mask is selected. Next, select brush. I'm hitting B on my keyboard. I'm increasing size of my brush with the right square bracket. To decrease size of the brush, you need to hit left square bracket. I have actually selected pencil, so I need to swap it here to brush. So again, this way I'm increasing size of the brush with the left square bracket. I'm decreasing it, and I will be painting with the black color. The black color is selected. Opacity 20 is fine. So I'm just going to mask this part of my adjustment layer, which I'm not happy with. Actually, you know what? It will be easier to invert the mask. So I have the mask selected. I'm hitting Command I, and that way nothing is visible. And simply in order to make the adjustment visible, I will be painting with a white color. So the brush is selected. I'm hitting X to swap the color samples here. The white color is selected. That's perfect. Opacity 70%. I'm just hitting 7 on my keyboard, and that way we will perform the adjustments faster. Actually 70 is too much. I'm hitting 2 on my keyboard to change the opacity to 20, and I'm just painting over this part of my photograph that I want to have my adjustment layer to be applied. So I want to leave out the background. This way I have these changes mostly visible over the model's arm, and now I just want to make this color correction slightly less visible in the background, so I have to select mask again. Brush is selected. Let's decrease size of the brush with the left square bracket. Let's hit X on the keyboard to swap these color samples, and now I will be painting with black color to make these adjustments less visible over the background. Opacity 20 is fine, so let's just paint a little bit around. Okay, so that way we have performed the first step of our processing, and we have warmed up the colors with the curves adjustment layer. Let's jump to the next video and let's continue working on our image.